Hi, this is April from the Noble Garden, and today I am here at a local nursery to look for tomatoes, peppers, and herbs since I decided to kill them all in my greenhouse. Hey guys, it's actually the next day. My plan was to take you in the nursery, show you what I was looking for and what I was looking at, but it was really busy in there, and out of respect for other people and customers, I really didn't want to accidentally show anybody. It was also really close to closing hours, and I just felt rushed, and I just didn't feel like I could make a good video with it. But I'm going to sit here with you on my deck, and we're going to talk about the tomatoes that I ended up with. First of all, I didn't find every variety that I was looking for. Of course I wasn't. I was trying all kinds of different ones that aren't very common. But the nice thing about using a local nursery here in North Carolina, I did get a lot of tomatoes that are recommended for our climate and our community. They have resistance to some of the diseases that I deal with in this area. So we'll take a look at them. When I went into this greenhouse, I did have lots of varieties, and what I was looking for was just some to kind of replace the different types of tomatoes that we wanted. One of our favorite tomatoes is the Cherokee Purple, so I did find that, but I did find that at Tractor Supply. They were sold out at this nursery. So Cherokee Purple's our favorite, and that was one of the ones we was going to grow. Then my husband wanted to do a little bit of determinate tomatoes. Determinate are ones that they grow to a certain size, they produce a certain amount of tomatoes, and then they stop producing. So one of the ones that we tried is the Carolina Gold. We really wanted to, we tried it at the We tried it at a farmer's market, and we really liked it, and it is a determinate. The other determinate I'm going to try is Celebrity. Is a very popular one around here, along with Ructors. Ructors I did a lot of research in because I was trying to find some disease resistant, so I was kind of excited to see that one. It wasn't one that we had planned on, but when I saw it, I recognized it and was like, oh yeah, that's one that's supposed to be pretty resistant to types of wilts and stuff that North Carolina deals with. The other things that we love cherry tomatoes. I wasn't able to find a lot. They were kind of sold out of them, but I did get my favorite one is the Sun Gold. The Sun Gold is like a little yellow cherry tomato. It's really sweet and really good. And then the other one that I found there was a chocolate cherry, which I was interested in because the person beside me was telling me how it's kind of like a miniature Cherokee Purple, and Cherokee Purple's our favorite tomato, so why not try it in a smaller size? And then I really love yellow tomatoes, and the Golden Jubilee is actually an American All-Star tomato. It is supposed to be really good. That's like I have to look into what that all means, but I do know that it's supposed to be like a good tomato when it's recognized by that company. And all the tomatoes that I'm going to show you now and talk about are indeterminate, and they're the ones that keep growing and keep producing until either it gets to the frost and they get killed by frost, or they killed by disease. They do need to be staked up. The other one is a green zebra that I picked up because we had a sweet green tomato in our lineup, and so I wanted to give this green tomato a try. Early Girl was another one that I couldn't find seeds on, and when I found it here, I was excited because it's supposed to produce early, so it'll be like the first tomato that's ready in the garden. And then German Johnson, I've actually never tried it, but I see it in the farmer's market a whole lot. It's a big pink tomato. It's supposed to be really good. I did some research on it last night. It's pretty common around here. And so I wanted to give it a try. And then the Better Boy is a tomato that you are going to hear a lot about because it is a very, very popular tomato. It is actually my grandmother's favorite tomato, so that is the reason why I want it in the lineup. And last year my dad grew some, and we really enjoyed eating them, so I most definitely was happy to find me some of them. The other thing I did pick up was some peppers from where my peppers didn't really do that good either. So I picked up a Purple Beauty, which is just a bell pepper that's purple, that I was interested in. And then we wanted different types of peppers to kind of put in stir fries, and we make this steaks, pepper steak that we really like. So Anahams, and this giant mackerel's a sweet pepper. This kind of big is an Italian pepper. It's really good. I've tried it before. I grew it before. And then This jalapeno, I had picked us out what's called a tame jalapeno that wasn't as spicy. I know this one's going to be spicier than I want, but sometimes we don't mind mixing a little spicy in with our food. And then sweet bananas and pimientos. And I'm willing to try, I did some polabos and some California Wonders as well. We just like to mix our peppers up in our food. We've just enjoyed that. All right. The other couple things I picked up while I was there was some basil. I saw this purple basil and I was interested in it. It's supposed to be, let me see what the text says about it, because I remember picking it up for a specific reason. Can't remember what it said about it when they were advertising it, but it sounded good. And then I just did the regular basil. Basil's good to put in the garden, especially with tomatoes, because it's supposed to give it better flavor. It's supposed to help against some bugs as well. But we like the smell of it. We like the look of it. And it just goes well with tomatoes. The other thing I picked up was marigolds. Is a flower that we really like to put in our garden. There's some controversial facts out there, whether or not it's true, that putting marigolds in your garden can keep the deers and keep the rabbits away. I have not seen deers where I live, but I have seen lots and lots of rabbits. And last year when we had the marigolds in the garden, we didn't have no rabbits issues. My husband pulled them out, and then we noticed a lot of rabbit issues. So whether it's true or not, I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to keep putting marigolds in my garden. It also is a flower that brings in bees, pollinators, so that always helps as well. So there you have it. There's my little local nursery run to supply myself with some tomato plants. So now I'm going to plant them. Thank you, everybody.